Azim Shohidi with consolation play Pasay Brooks and Studio the Malakan Nida Paralga special Salaka event in the Shukurunga already Tom Sarada itum his fact on the consolation play. Ajay she with Mali on the Kayashoge away Jim Wungramyao Kasom. He's here from Eden. The crazy and shock highlight. You see, heard of a theatre, right? Homecoming and other stories. The first collection of English stories by young people is Johnny Besa. Then actually saw that a larger 2018 you decided to be near like shop with a by a collection of poems. Then you be Johnny discuss by Saturday.
I always in a Canadian Jowler. Then run or Tangame, Rumsang Niruno. Savagada now the big psychology, Mission Miruno. Matairangan, Lady Papa Kankana Sangapana. Saruno, Kala Lady Minkamayama, Lady Saruno Pisiliana, in a Lady Karamiobe, Kalayabu, Kirisana. Cái nào có bồ rồi, ai ở đây, cái nào đây nghĩ xem một tí. Tam phút đấy cần bịtar khảo sát rồi, chỉ là ham rồi. ਅੱਜ khní về ra, imagine hai commercial bang ra khí xuất mấy rồi, cả tam phút bang thốt chân mông sa bài mấy rồi. Cái nào cái nào vào đây tam phút đấy nó bị đi xin lại.
She reading from Henry John Lesson, Sentinel College lecturer on Vietnam.
First of all, okay. If we take away the art, any form of art, poetry, photography, anything, written word, we need to merely the teaching. The Chinese, there is Wungramyao song works about her and that is a good thing. Our poetry book, our collection of poetry, the buying, so energy to music, that is like something which it is very few of us. Like in Kasom, he is one of the better Tamil writers. He's very refined. Yes. But like he's like one of the better Tamil writers. Like this poetry book, what is unique to him is that really emotion moment captured emotion but then you feel like it's from the beginning till the end story so he's indeed a true storyteller actually. Our poem last time we lie up new doing the Kharjan doing is the cow poem about her and that is something very unique to him. It would be the entire summary poet. In come about last time could become living. Our style of writing very unique. That is the large park here and the Finsa are in the Shitsagi, among the Finsa Ninja. Logo it will here in our area, go to Buga, your law, we jump first by first family, okay. If I did which way me, Istanbul society, give up my Sameda, it will be charitable society, however, Jan, it will be mere our society, that's how the most like Shina important is like always the shadow names. It will be here in Milano, Shina, family dog, in your last Sarah, Maxan, Sark, Rexino, Nine, Kaxan, the Gopsar, that we already poma kind of basho kangahi. It's I'm not saying this is the best poetry or something like that. Just giving you an example. I just want to read this out. So the one with better send off needs here. Kasom kasar samrawe. Nili offend masala. Shina will offend masala the way he's sending off. You know, chita the party. Then the things that are really. It should be poet part of a first you are lava, he passed on the gate, but as I played Sheffield, some of the Sheffield bounced off down. Okay, he page 29 is again. Our first volume, longing, belonging, yeah, sorry, belonging with last part, it's titled To Your La, One Who Has Found New Home. My daughter, it was our destiny to raise you, and your destiny to end up where you belong. How long is your journey, and how big is your luggage? How much of home can you carry? We will pack you the finest pork ham and yam, the long beans and lemon basil seeds, to grow and watch seasons in flower pots. If we could, we would pack the mountains cold, so harsh it cracks even a child's face, to remind you living has never been easy. You'll never have to climb this ravine again, or watch your children leave home for school. So young, never staying, permanently parting. But you'll yearn for the cuckoo's song, and when your children leave home, you will think of us even more. So if we could, we would wrap the memory of this land on a plantain leaf and pray it stays young, always propping, always belonging. So, I don't know it's a series of stories, 6 word stories. 6 words in a story. Because you find out these 6 word stories, the maybe I'll try it. The story we shall so this was very unique to you also. The author 6 word stories. We personally have to 6 words in the story. It's a series of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. Okay, story this is titled 6 word stories, page 14. New love. Eyes met, I froze like fire. Eyes met, I froze like fire. No love lost. The story goes like this. Proposed, she said no, a new beginning. Break up. Mine, wide awake, she texted good night. Alright? Come together and knew. Hung up his phone number, hung up his phone for another. The hell, it's like writers this is massive simple sound take time for me. Heartbreak. She cried a river, he drowned. The last story goes like this, titled Wedding Gown. I think this story is very relevant to our Tamil society, if I'm not wrong. Very relevant. Fitted into the gown, not groom. So that is the last story. Fitted into the gown, not groom. Related by the heritage. She made a bunch of everything. We hope went with them. It's like aged wine in Jersey. Aged wine is bounding like aged wine. I was so mature when you read it. So mature. I don't know what this is very precious. Society community written word fiction Kasom kind of proper book homecoming and other stories first summary proper book scholars being thesis paper 지금 book니, 그 literary book ni, just literary book the like literally it talks about our society through his poems, through his stories. That is very good. Ari issue poet Kasom how community Wungramyao to the hunger the Jenny to be high aspiring writers with the lake of it could be last week, but the
creative field की वाशी family की they did that show certainly and the photographer side the writer side she have to free them John and artist side like la side Mungsham लगाओ तो ही रात ले या अतुम ने था ला सब क्लियर नो दे ना creative सला का family ला then he था शिंगुरा का कसम सांगी तो क्या बता दे तुम ओए था शिंगुली आप राख शो मुझे तो ऐसी siblings ने था creative सला का था जमने लगी अब हम नर्चर सारा का तुम लगा तो तुम कोई का था जीवित कितना इंसाइट है हम मिला
저도 브라운딩 시에 제가 저기 그때 크리에이티브 사 크리에이티브 막 이거도 페인팅 사야 우리 저는 되게 또 저는 그만 프렌즈 거의 나이라다 제가 이 좋아했는데요. 제가 이 커버리랑 페인팅 사노 이 페인팅 사로 조금전에 우리 스케치스 는 우리 커피 아트 모니팅이야. 그때 그거 보는데 그래서 패밀리 사도 그리고 사는 하나에 그래 또 이 really you really painting only thing but that is yeah to is really sana as you can see the ali the photography that is season in the painting scene yeah the another hand the winner is what you the rawi so me the sangwi mi ga ni ba like tell me in the daily scene go that like can I no ke creative sa ba ya the ti ba ji is one ba mi le no any sort of some of them or in other nation position would be so me later. I mean, that's how I was so me the system. So run mission is away. So me the salvation.
Talent here, I think that the Shankuti lines that we love it. We siblings, no, so now there no talent in the machine, which is that other thing not clear. The Shinkuli that appreciate something like that. Just to make that shop with another yard don't consult up and sell up and on to the
Awaiting the firstly, like really post because as a poet, poetry prose and I know that he's a very good writer. That I don't want him in my genre, because people will start to compare. But then suddenly, brown I knew that he was coming up with the poetry book, but I didn't know that it was going to be this soon. This is a very pleasant surprise also. Poetry launching, as a poet, reputation he's a very good poet, and the poetry department, the average the poems are so good that in Inki there were so many poems that we wanted to read, but he had told us to read just one. Indecisive sana I isam hangna poetry kini decide to reach we are extra, so we will be extra. So we decided to read 2 poems. On Friday, So on Friday, coincidentally, I'm teaching creative studies, BA second semester. Ishi haroni ana hara thonji thorbak baji national milika la tamte sajani. Pura hasara jikha bhalo skill khile murle ji. Jeni ji tammi go chamai lega amazing no sakani no. And as a poet na we skill le mi je khile ji na subjective more na subject ka thei mangmani na subject ji interest le mi ji self interest le kala chili hen we karda na to be da thei ji ni bingle no we handa ke feelings ya ni chap feel sang sa pure ji ishi class ki tam ji ne ishi class we jai ji na sha ka ye awen example free le ji ji thonji ai mun ne ji ne he shino bali he's a singer, he writes his own lyrics. Jena we step the thang the cái ta sao mình chẳng thấy là han jena Facebook post cái ta mình chẳng Jena technology so if you were to write the Facebook post cái ta mình maram ni la cái video chỉ không you have to convince the the listeners that Facebook post cái ta hiện nay thì ta đi nhau một sắc là gì nó chỉ communicate sao đấy thì cái gì cái class chỉ tập chấp là cái amazing là hàng ra jena ao đây khi pa là cái for me, it was like, okay, this was meant to be, this book was meant to be there in a chapter because every poem that I read, it felt as if it was speaking to me. And I can't wait to go back to class and show them this book so that I have examples in Jitla. Jena, in a lyric part, in our section, we have created belonging in the liminal way. The red shot through the years and poetry could be later to be how we shall be the path for us it can be Chong Kong so because it's all red. So in a poem by for me in a way it reminds me of Amazing also. This poem is just like him so rich. The mature sana, the rich sana, yeah. So in a way, our character which reflects as the poem by and most importantly, it have a personal connection the poem by yeah. Ishawana, repaying campaign. Jane Ishawa, missionary Saudi and Ishabali, pre-comadably, Ishari in the money jam, Ishabali, the repaying like the issue West Bashina, the Akale, don't you call now, we are very free, okay? She West Bashina, so don't Ishai in the late Ishawa class 3 and the month of me, Jen late them to create the meaning, the wire remaining. So my mother thought that my mother did not, my grandmother thought that Ishawa deserved something that he knew what kind. Jane Ishawa Kun Kamaya, Ishai Sakshi, I don't know the Sashi. I was Sakshi, Ishawa bet the junkie come on. The only thing that she got was my father's hara. Jena, for me, this speaks in volume. And also, he talks in this poem. He talks about how itum hara itum kaprali we treasure this hara. The gakatili itum hara ma itum treasure sabi iji I poem he is itum he hara from poem jiga chapters the lonely someday. But reading this poem, it reminds me itum culture itum. Now basics are everything taken for granted valuable and also emotional attachment first emotional attachment and I'm sure it is a high road which I'm sure amazing for him to put all of this together into words and remind us how important it is. This is pure genius work. This is a pure challenge to me also. But that is why this poem is very good for me. Jane, in the first poem by okay, Jane, and the mom to Jane is in the young people. I'm a very good friend.
By the writer, South storyteller, South poem,
so, Ishaba, so, fortunately for me, Ishaba, in the hospital. So, I was there when he breathed his last. Jenara Ali Ishi family fortunately Salake, Ishiba, Ali Sari Sasami, the Kachon Sani. The only thing hospital doctors, nurses, in the Kikam Sazan Zamu, it will later than the treat Kasaji Parik, the treat the only thing that we could give him, not even a funeral service. His friends could not even come and say bye to him. Today it was very heartbreaking. Our favorite ways for the now, Hora, my show is Ishajon, Ishaling white Kubibajia. Jena, Ishamali Kofini Ishina, me being a plastic and rolls out the direct Samuel doctors being the Apathiadam to Ishiva. The fortunate Salagan Ishi family with our favorite Haraji son. That was the only thing that we were able to send him for his afterlife. Jena endingly the only thing worth smuggling into the afterlife, the group sang ya. His beginning and ending is superb. Relevant. It's a very personal poem for me, and it is so relevant for me. And on that point, in the to be a very good writer, what do you have to do today? You have to make people feel emotions. I continue to be his fan. I will poem by in the Wungramyao. The red shawl through the years. Red shawl thick as blood, with contrails of cloud sighting across a red canvas, woven with love and mystery. Did we learn it from the gods, or did we borrow it from the seasons, from rhododendron blooms on hilltops? Red shawl, my first sweater blanket, coarse but warm like an embrace, my initiation gift into boyhood, a husk to protect the tender years, a wall of confidence in my teens, a fortified space in my youth, where I mourned my heartbreaks, a shield when I took my vows, a company that will keep me warm in my winter years. Red shawl, our people's last sweater blanket over the coffin, the prayers of our people wrapped in it, the only thing worth smuggling into the afterlife. Jane, are in a poem, the so in I confusion, are we in a poem can be particularly personal in for me the red shawl by connection undecided I stopped writing after my father passed away because for me it's very hard to start writing again. I'm so divided whether I should celebrate the person who is living right now or whether I should celebrate the person who has left. Because one reminds me of my father, one reminds me of my mother. Confused sound issue program online that token liminally the crab song. Crab black. So if I believe this is a poem that talks about, in my perspective, as a reader, I feel that this is a poem that talks about the love of a mother for her children. So Wungramyao young Prisasa telling Layo Shavolong, Louis Fast, the Atumramung Leo, young Prisasa, it will be Malaysian Hajilla. But in the end, after the Saturday, don't he it will be Bansasaya. Ishabu Arihon la Cray, Shama material, Arihon, the Hernum, Homer, the tree, the May Twisami, Arihon, in Zobam Legena. May Twisamira, Herzat Mira, E. Twigilda, Tansak, the lemonade, honey, 30 Pumiesara, Jina, Chimaquelaga, E. Batrumala, Pumi, E. Coffee Manpai, 30 Pumiesara. I mean, Tada, and the Hiakasami Sala, Satan Mahamfura, Tada, young women, I mean, she's everywhere and she's so busy. So sometimes I feel like she's neglecting me, but then ili neglect cover armor her sahanka pay na that's my favorite part. So G wang hai miora taga ishajon ishajon example ishajon ini ngomushon ya ishajon the shape party wang hai mina. And then sometimes I would think because I didn't grow up with my mother, so I thought my mother didn't love me. But then I know that all of these small things that she's doing, it is to show that she loves me. And the product we the church crush on product more the church chongfully gomila tiel and Talla and Saturday only now Rabbi that this is the poem that makes me realize no matter how busy she seems to be, everything is for me, everything is for the children. So in a Wungramyao, the crab song. Every day my mom wakes a sleeping morning and leaves our old roaster blushing. When she wakes me and takes me in her arms, she already smells like smoke in the kitchen, and our sooty rice pot simmers in the ember-stuffed hearth. Then she serves food on the king table and jumps into her jungle, and now she smells like the earth. You know, she's more in the field than home. When I tell her to come home early, she says there are too many things to do, and the fruits would not hesitate to ripen. And like every day she says, she wishes the sun would stay long enough or take a sabbatical and snooze off and allow her to complete her chores. But I know her too well. She loves the earth much, so I sing the crab's song, Baby Crab. Mother, come home early today, tarry not. I'll have a pot of chicken cooked for you, Mother Crab. I will come home early if they, humans, wrap me in leaves, but it will be a while if they tie me up in knots. I know my mother loves the earth more than the earth, but she loves me more. Jina amazing we that I think there is a home for every person in this room. The kiri pong he ang kapita he personally speaking something and that is the greatness of his skills. That is the greatness. That is the magic of his words. So welcome to the world of poetry. I am scared, but you are an amazing writer. Jane, thank you for the opportunity.
Chilling so that no, we are on what's other thing. As a photographer, the organization is had there. And you will know how kind of what's our way the Wajimam Sala, Tam Hop with the community. Jena had the challenges, plus the journaling, the idea jot down side, you have it inside it. In the Kaka, John Labor, the habit by you will something like that, no, we have the Julie. That's how we
5 to 6, 5 together, it will be 5 to 9 to 95 we or something here. It will be Atamali need Atamali, Tamali need the Hanbai, Captain Damiba, Capires, Damiba travel, we go by what's on the office Divara, what's that something in the office of Alayam, Tinabala, the top shoulder, the half an hour, the coffee man, the Zazal Mois. The Tita Damila, the cannot be by in travel such a woman, the driving the Saga, the Jahid and Nigam in Mosavi, sorry. Singing the Tita Sabai, driving side of the Wagner, 50 by Tita Sabai, in other it will be that could be creative outside, probably some things are either what was side of the English land, in other canoe to be highlighted to bigger, probably other people. That we have to the mental health on the power idea we were being passes could be being the line out behind I think me maybe the walk over the
last time in Baran last time in Wungramyao itu me so sign Wungramyao to the issue the Shilong is graduate in the South that's been a part and only Wungramyao Kumuchu is a lot to he Tioman what by Jumi sign and now we by Jumi like the team I read basically Shilong College the highest mark in class when school to someone and he already found that the Gadi so Shilong and comes so in say the related that political Kasap class 11 the Senate admission we want to go application to Clerk Bajina, our application to Palaga. What is this?
we gave it home. Let's have it, have it home. Another game. I read the exam, then
이동지 당구 students Christian fellowship Shilongda 지리가 committee 사람들이 애나 지왔던 얘기는 president 사람들이 magazine fellowship magazine kushokseida paijonda 이동 Shilong fellowship team in his steps 지슈 크리스토 페존 히운다 에나 페존 데나 토크일다 지리 아니 티저 상스키네 에나나 지리 티저를 노 지리 다 라인 비제 아더 이나 데가 야위나 아히 하나는 비티에 이제 지웨나 다 위다면 지다 저밀리 사포지 지웨나 바이 다디는 거 리플렉사이 에나 Wungramyao soina jemi soina ilin da kamata hi mani jong jang ana chi da kamata ni kaman ni re de sham ari kangla dong na ye ada ni tharla ki na atangin handak la kham la ji da thana kai ki ma nei ilaga I da release sai ini da farm do jang ni da kada do ida release sai da mala no nasen na da ka kada la jim nei dei je chi kada do deu explanation sa je na masa member da dei na translate sa hai je in ba ge yu ji liminal ne no pi ne 56 page ne God in my infinite hours, very iwi masak madam ni, ada awi silakan mengalir apa hai ni nak angkat, desan, ini bayi ini je translate saya na, ikut tu iwi je reflection sekali mo, very iwi masak madam ni, nana walu dah hambai shina dah ngejia, simai lima kahai shongza, kepha bazan. Thấy khi nào rồi shopping hay thì mà thấy vào rồi mà là ít là cái thằng hàng xí đồ shopping cái gì mà thấy mà sao yêu mà luôn cái mà rồi last cái gì đó yêu riêng chăng nó xuống sai mình biết là cái gì mình show đi là cái sao đấy cái gì mình vang mình khơi cái mình vang nè cái sao cái phơi mình riêng cái sáng master khơi phình quỳ cái chung cái phình đó mà làm nào Mirin na madat ka kahai kuira kamili kahon na pame. Matay krer shongzana juilak kahai shongzana. Vere ina sak ngai adamli nana ngasam luda hambai shina da nchia. I lungdun lak ina yongzat sara ki kana mato majirmi kabai dada. Kanui nawi lungjang ka shilaka. Anauna kamasai li baigzat thada juilaka. Talak ke nama juga, ke pilot laksai, si kerat mengsumber, kenawa sehana pamegap kecil sehamaning, pamegap kecil seha mirinja, teulala, reilala, nishida kerina.
Maman dah kata lain cerita di maman dah signing tamu karya. Yang juga singkasa dari rapo ke shaktu, ena main bersatu.
Ari favorite ini ya, ke ini lah paling mohon ini dah cakap dah. Ada name sipara ada pakai sipara ada lisan mo. Kami sunnah dia nak ada pun pamjau mo ya. Ini sipara juga pakai. Mereka adik ni lah mana saya tadi apa mo tu begini. Ari longing week, kan apa discuss saja ni pakai ini tu pamjau mo. Longing lah ini ya. First title baca. A station on my mind, di bagian, okay. Di bagian ketika peningli, hari ini Mizoram ni, waktu itu ayah nasi peningli, guest house ni shop ni na, window ni ada kelih saya wong, ni cerita dia, ni jurang pan ni na drops, pemesakai lah, ini cerita peningli ada terjadi. A station on my mind, ya. I wake up to the sound of dew falling from trees like rain, and feel lost in this blanket of fog that stops by my window every so often, formless mist turning into other drops like small miracles. Then I think of all the good things that could be when our universe collide. In a new place without a compass and familiar faces, I see you more. When all these wanderings add miles and hours between us and leave us hanging by a prayer, when you trade a city for another and feel you don't belong, when new becomes old and old becomes mundane, you will always have a station on my mind.
last line 좀 내치느라 왜 이래?